All right, let's go. And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome back to my stream. I'm Pierre, your host. I hope you had a great Easter. We are Easter Monday and it's relatively calm all over the city, I noticed. I'm not sure if here in France it's a holiday or not. But anyways, we are kind of excited because we are going to start a new painting today. So that's always thrilling. It's going to be a relatively short stream, of course, because we are going to size up a new canvas. We're going to prime it, and then we'll be done until tomorrow because we have to wait for the gesso to dry. But anyways, let's start off like we usually do by going over to the computer, and we're going to check out what we did last Friday to finish this painting. So what did we do last Friday? Well, we just finished those little touches of the frame of our painting. Then we added, of course, our favorite little sperms. We did our signature, the one that gives the value to this painting, of course. And then we finished off our little sperms by adding some shading. And that was basically our Friday. So let's, I'm just going to step over to the side so we can check out this painting one more time from a full view. Let's go over here and let's check it out from my camera number 2. You know, because we're going to roll this up and won't see this painting for a while. Finished it on Friday and then took off for the weekend, of course. And didn't really have time to just really check it out and enjoy it or not. I must admit it's probably not my favorite painting, but it is what it is. So, okay, very good. Space and time. The fourth dimension, space-time, right? Yes. Okay, well, very good. So, I am going to, well, might as well start right away. I'm going to go in my back room and find a roll of painting so I can roll up this canvas. There we go. I am just going to add it on top of my previous painting. Well, first I guess I have to take off the staples. Are they all gone? Okay. Okay, just 2 staples. That's pretty good. Get rid of this one right here in the corner. And we will continue to roll these canvases carefully. There we go. Get this last staple out of there. Very good. Of course, I always lay these canvases flat on the floor and not standing up because of space-time and gravitation. Well, of course, the paintings tend to slip and then they get damaged here on the edges. So I just lay them flat, and that seems to take care of them pretty well, pretty good. So let's put this back here, and let's grab a new roll of painting, of canvas, I should say. There we go. I'm going to lay this down here, because this is where I'm going to roll it. And what do I need? I need my measuring tape, a pencil, give my pencil maybe a little edge to it. And my canvas is a 1.70 meters. So I'm just going to unroll and go 1.70 meters by 1.20 meters, which is what, 56 inches by, I wrote it down here, what is it? 66 inches by 47 inches. So that will be my, so I need the, that will be the size of my canvas. I need my ruler, my pencil, my measuring tape, pair of scissors. There we go. Okay, so let's make some room here. I will come back to camera number 1, which I'm going to turn and put it down towards the floor because that's where the action is going to take place. There we go. And then I'm going to move my paints a little bit here. I'll put my ruler back here so I can grab it easily. So that's right. I just remembered that to measure this canvas off, I have to put some weight down here. So I'm going to put that there and another heavy jar of paint on this other corner to hold it nice and flat, so when I measure it, I'll be as accurate as possible. There we go. And why not? One in the middle as well. There. So that should hold it. Let's unwind this baby a little bit. Right like that. Okay. So I'll bring this canvas down as well. I mean, this camera. You can tell it's Monday. I'm a little rusty. So let's get down to business here. This is only going to be like a 15-20 minute stream, because all this goes pretty quickly. So I'm going to make a little crow's foot right here at 120 centimeters. Another crow's foot in the middle of my canvas right here. Oops, and a third one over here. There we go. Just like that. Grab the ruler. There we go. 120 there. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. And 120 here. Just like that. And just out of precaution, I'm going to remeasure this one right here. It looks like it's a little bit off. Could that be? Nope. Seems to be okay. And here, I'm pretty sure it's okay. It doesn't hurt to double check. Yeah. So oddly enough, this one is a little bit off. Why is that? Probably because it wasn't straight from last time. So I'm going to just change it. I had a feeling that things didn't look right. And that's why I double checked it. And I did the right thing, I'm sure. I was 1 centimeter short, so there we go. And that should be the right size. Okay, so let's get the ruler out of the way. Get over here and carefully cut this canvas. I am trying to be careful because I don't want to screw up the next painting. If I screw up a little bit here, then the next painting will be screwed up as well. And that is something I do not want to do. There we go. Very good. There. That was easy enough. So I'll bring the camera back up here. Let's go back to this angle here where I will get my roll of canvas. I'm going to put it back in the back room here just to get it out of the way. There we go. Just to get it out of the way. So I'll get this. Easy. There we go. There we go. So what do I need now? I need my staple gun right here. I'm pretty sure it's loaded of bullets. Well, or not that many, I'm surprised, but enough, I think, to hang the painting. There we go. So, okay, so I'll just bring up camera number 1 since it's going to be going up there. It's pretty easy to do. This is pretty simple because I have the marks from my other painting right there. So it should be fairly easy to get this to be level. And I'm going to step back just to be sure, right? Make sure the edges are nice and vertical. That looks good there. So obviously, well, not quite as good on this side, so I'm going to bring this side up just a whisker. Just like that. Now let's see what it does. All right. Okay. Very good. So as you can tell, the canvas is already primed. The problem is that this primer is the primer they do in the factory, and honestly, it is shit. It is worthless. It's like glass. You put paint on this and the paint doesn't stick. It just glides by it. You can see the paint marks. The first time I went directly on top of this, which was years ago, it turned out to be a real nightmare. So now to avoid that, the first thing I do is just put on another coat of gesso, and then like that I know that I have a good primer on there, good quality, and that the paint especially will stick the way it should. So I have my gesso right here. I have my wooden spoon right here to give it a little, just to work it on a little bit. Wow, I'm surprised this gesso already got a little coat of paint that already dried. I'm very surprised of that. Bummer, because it makes a major waste. I don't recall it ever caking up like that, as though I had left it for years sitting. I just used it for the previous canvas, which was just 2-3 weeks ago. So anyways, let me get rid of this back here in my room here where I have a garbage can. There. Get rid of that right away. And then I'm going to stir this baby up. Actually, I'm just going to add just a little bit of water to it. Stir it up, little darling, stir it up. There we go. Just going to work this for a few seconds now that I have paint all over my fingernails. Actually, I should put the paintbrush to soak for a few seconds. Get it to soak up the water, be nice and soft. There, this looks pretty good. Yeah, that looks very good. There we go, get rid of that excess gesso. And I'm going to clean off my wooden spoon right away. Now the proper way to prime a canvas which is stretched on a frame is to start from the middle and work your way towards the outsides. Like that, as the gesso dries, it stretches the canvas and makes it nice and tight. You know, it kind of shrinks and makes it nice and tight. But since this already has a primer on it, and that it's stapled to the wall, it's not, those rules do not apply. I honestly still do it that way, force of habit. So I'm going to start from the center, work my way around clockwise, and should take just a few minutes. Eventually, I go over this little piece of virgin canvas that they leave to stretch on a frame. But usually I used to paint right over that and just extend the canvas to the edge. But with this roll of painting of canvas that I bought, I noticed that this edge really shows. So what I did in my last two previous paintings, I just cut them off. And that's probably what I'll do tomorrow. So I'm just going to prime it right to the edge, and then cut it off with a pair of scissors. But anyways, we'll worry about that tomorrow. Well, actually, maybe I'll just prime it right over today. Won't be that bad. So let's tackle that. So from the middle, I'm just going to work my way out. There we go, nice big strokes. There we go. I mean, even the gesso, it glides on top of this cheaper gesso, factory made. So, but fortunately, the next coat, which will be the paint of the background, that will stick the way it should to this canvas. So there we are, I'm at 6 o'clock already. Just go round, round and round. There we go. Nothing too thrilling, white on white. You can barely see it. Okay. Just like that. So this part is just about done. Now we're going to go all the way around, this time just to get to the edges, so I might as well just do it like this up here. There we go. And I'll go right over to the edge, even though tomorrow I'll probably cut it before we put our background. Whoops. All right. Okay, let's continue. So where am I? Right about here. Again, on the edges first, and then from the center towards the outside. Very good. Just a little dab of water maybe. There we go. And let's get this corner here. Back to 6 o'clock. There we go. All right, let's do this left edge now. There we go, the upper left-hand corner now. Actually, we've come all the way to here before, so I might as well just finish this off, just like that. Now, let's check out and make sure I didn't forget any place. And for that, I need to use the light from the window shining on the canvas. See if I missed any place. Make sure I don't put my hair and my head in the paint can. Okay, looks like I got the whole thing done. Very good. I am just going to add a couple more staples. I see these kind of got off the wall. I put the staples in crooked. Where am I? Let's get over here. I put the staples in crooked a little bit so they're easier to pull out and they don't hurt the canvas. But sometimes they just don't stick very well. And that looks pretty good. I'm just going to let it take its natural. I'm not going to put any other staples, just let it dry like that. Just give it a little tug. And we'll stretch it more when it's dry with some more staples tomorrow. Okay, so oops. There we go. If I didn't close this correctly last time, that's why the paint caked up. Okay, so very good. This is so exciting, new painting. And this brings us to the conclusion of today's stream, of course. I said it'd be a very short one. and indeed probably like 20, 25 minutes. So I'll come back to the main computer here. And 30 minutes, right on the nose. So anyways, thank you for joining me. I hope you'll join me tomorrow when we lay down our first coat of background color. I think I'm going with purple, is kind of what I see in my mind for the last few weeks. So we'll take it like that from there. I can see the color. I don't know what I'm going to paint, honestly, but I have all night to worry about that. Anyways, like usual, I'm going to leave you with my schedule. I'll be back tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, and I want to thank you once again for joining me. So until tomorrow, ciao mes amis.